Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think we were discuss about the chemical shift and the molecular structure. And in that we have discussed some of the example with their explanation, and by knowing the chemical shift, approximate chemical shift, we can easily recognize or we can easily identify what kind of proton are present in the unknown compound. If you take the spectrum of any unknown compound, the peak which is appeared around, let us suppose the peak appear around 7.3 clearly indicate that there is a presence of aromatic proton. And if you observe the another peak which is around 0.9 something delta or ppm, which clearly indicate that there is a proton which is attached to sp3 carbon atom, which is a indication of presence of aliphatic proton. Suppose chemical shift appear around 9.7 delta or ppm, which clearly indicate that there is a presence of aldehydic proton in the unknown compound. Suppose again peak is observed at a de-shielded, the delta value or chemical shift value appear around 11.2 or something else. It clearly indicates that there is a presence of acidic proton, means acidic carboxylic group present in the organic compound. So by knowing the approximate chemical shift values of particular proton, we can easily identify what kind of the molecule may be present in the organic compound. Now let us discuss about the table 7.2 approximate chemical shift for some protons that we are going to discuss over here. There is a table 7.2 which is given here, approximate chemical shifts for some protons. Let's see here some of the, let us see first one is a methyl group. Let me write here methyl, one table which is I am considering over here, methyl group, and there will be group and delta in ppm. Here I am splitting that column. Here is a group and delta ppm. Here is a group is delta ppm. ppm, as we know, that parts per million. Now let us consider as a methyl group. First one, suppose we have a group like this methyl group attached to aliphatic carbon atom, means the carbon atom which has sp3 hybridization, and the delta ppm is found to be 0.9 delta or ppm. Let us see methyl group here further attached to double bond here, that is allylic proton, as we know that, and it is found to be 1.6. Why this so? Why it is a deshielded? And we explain why allylic system or allylic proton deshielded due to the anisotropic effect. What do you mean by the anisotropic effect? Anisotropic effect means unequal distribution is developed when there is a external magnetic field is applied and it generates that type of the situation, and we get this type of the deshielded effect. Now when this methyl group, consider here methyl group further attached to the carbonyl group, and at that time the chemical shift value is found to be 2.1. Look at all these are the similar methyl group, but their attachments are different and their chemical shift values are also different. Why this so? That the explanation which we have learned while studying the example. Now let us see methyl group which is directly attached to nitrogen. At that moment the chemical shift value are found to be 2.2, because we know that nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon, and therefore there will be a minus I effect, electron withdrawing effect, means deshielding effect increases, the delta value goes on increasing, means that is a downfield. Let's see the same methyl group, this one CS3, which is attached to the aromatic moiety, means benzene. As we know that it is the simplest aromatic compound. When one of the hydrogen atom get replaced by the methyl group, the proton which is present on methyl group are chemically equivalent, and the value, chemical shift value appear around 2.3. Again here that is a benzylic, it is a benzylic system, again that proton is a deshielded, and we got this the approximate value for methyl group. Then methyl group which is further attached to bromine. At the beginning in our previous section we already discussed the halogen family members, means one of the hydrogen atom we replace by fluorine atom, chlorine atom, bromine atom and iodide, and then we already observed their chemical shift values. What we found, the more deshielding effect is found when there is a fluorine group present, and least deshielding effect De-shielding effect was found when there is a iodine group or iodine element present, and from that, why this so, that we have given the justification based on electronegativity. When the electronegative element, which is the most electronegative element among the halogen family member, we know that fluorine is the most electronegative element present in the periodic table, and that is a general trend found as we go from top to bottom. There is a decrease, gradual decrease in the electronegativity, and electronegativity means what? It is a power of attraction of electron toward itself. It is known as a electronegativity, and it is one of the property of the element. While studying as a inorganic chemistry, there is a long form of the periodic table, you know that, and there such kind of the properties you might have studied, there you see. Now CS3Br, the chemical shift value is found to be 2.7. See the again de-shielding effect observed over here when there is a another methyl group. Let me show over here methyl which is attached to chlorine. See, if you compare between these two elements, bromine and chlorine, what do you think? Which one is a more electronegative? Chlorine atom is a more electronegative than the bromine, and therefore the chemical shift value, delta value, is higher in case of the methyl chloride, and it is found to be 3.1. See the difference between these two, even though they are the halogen family member, but there is a great difference in the chemical shift values. De-shielding is more in case of the chlorine because chlorine atom is a more electronegative in nature. Now let us see another methyl group. See, CS3 when it is attached to as oxygen, again we know that oxygen atom is a more electronegative than carbon. Then there is a electron withdrawing group or the minus I effect observed due to the presence of oxygen atom, and that's why the chemical shift value also found here, and it is more pronounced than the chlorine atom. It is found to be 3.3 or 3.8 something is there. So these are the value. Always remember, let us see in all the group, common thing what you observed here, all are the methyl group. The attachment of that methyl group at carbon or some other element, they are showing different chemical shift, or what we can call it as a delta value or ppm. Let us see here 0.9, 1.6, 2.1, 2.1 again, and so these are the, sorry, here is a 2.2. Let me correct this mistake over here. CS3 and 2.2 is a approximate. At the beginning I already told you that, or in the book is given, there is no proper justification available why this, but these are the approximate values are given here in the book. Now this is a methyl group. Now let us see another group which is a methylene group. Here let us see methylene group over here. Let me again, there is a methylene group. Methylene group. Here is a group, and here delta in ppm as it is. Now let us see methylene group. What is the difference between as a methyl and the methylene? One of the hydrogen atom less than the methyl group, that is called as a methylene, and here we can write CH2 and then further attach to saturated carbon atom, and here just add the 0.4 delta value or ppm in that, and after adding that you will get here 1.3 or 1.4 something, 1.3, let us see here 1.3, that is a delta value, chemical shift value found for methylene group. When this methylene group, that is CH2, further attached to double bond C, so the value is found to be 2.3, I think. Yes, it is a 2.3, that is a chemical shift value observed for this methylene proton. And when the methylene proton CH2 attached to carbonyl group, the value is found to be 2.4 delta or the ppm. So that is the value observed in that. Now when same, only just I am making as a correction over N and R, CH2 attached to nitrogen atom, and then the chemical shift value is found to be 2.5 over here, 2.5. Let's see. When that methylene group attached to bromine here, let me write here once again CH2, then Br. Let us see here CH2 attached to chlorine, then CH2 attached to oxygen atom, and their chemical shift values are found to be, sorry, here one more is remaining, here CH2 further attached to aromatic is 2.7, 3.3, and another one 3.4 and 3.4. Here 3.4 and here also has a 3.4. So you might get, if there is these two chemical shift values are exactly same, then there is a confusion whether this group is present or this group is present. After that, look at the molecular formula. If the molecular formula containing oxygen atom, then there is a possibility of only this group present in the unknown compound. If there is no oxygen atom, there is a chlorine atom present, or the molecular formula consists chlorine atom, then definitely there will be a CH2Cl group. If both the element present in the molecular formula, chlorine as well as oxygen atom, then there will be some additional criteria which after the neighboring group, from that we can correlate, we can assign which group is present over here. So that is so simple, but that study is not here. So now let us see further here the third group, which is a methane group. Now is a methane group, as we know that. Methane group, here you can write as a group which is delta in ppm parts per million. Now here just what are methane group means what? Only one hydrogen atom present and it is further attached to the saturated carbon atom, then there will be a addition of 0.3 over here. So you will get 1.7 delta value in a methane. Suppose here CH, it is further attached to double bond, then that methane, the value is comes around 2.6. These are the approximate values and which are very useful while assigning the unknown organic compound when you are going to derive, when you are going to obtain the structure of the known organic compound. So suppose here there will be CH further attached to carbonyl group and the chemical shift value is found to be 2.5 here, 2.5. Then next one, this methane group further attached to nitrogen and the chemical shift value are found to be here, are found to be how much? It is near about 2.9. 2.9. Now let us see further CH, when it is attached to aromatic compound, the value definitely increased to 3.0. When that methane group attached to bromine, at that moment or at that time, the chemical shift value are found to be 4.1. When that methane group attached to chlorine, the chemical shift value again found to be 4.1. When that methane group CH attached to oxygen, the chemical shift value is found to be 3.7. These are the values for this. Now let us see the last one, which is the others. Others means these are the methyl, methylene and the methane groups. Now other than these groups, and what would be the delta values in ppm that we are going to find out over here. Let us see proton, which is directly attached to nitrogen, and there is a variable range. Chemical shift value is found for this is nearly 1 to 3 delta ppm. And when that proton is directly attached to alcoholic or enolic, and there again variable, that is alcoholic, is observed to be 1 to 5. Chemical shift value is found to be 1 to 5. There is a broad range or long variable range found for this proton. When there is a acetylenic proton H C triple bond C, then the acetylenic proton is found to be acidic and the value is nearly 2.5. Again it is a de-shielded, again it is a shielded than the olefinic proton. The reason behind it here, when the external magnetic field is applied, the induced magnetic field and the applied magnetic field, they are anti-parallel to each other or opposite to each other, and therefore the proton which is present there, the molecule acquire the cylindrical shape, and there is a generation of two zones. One zone is called as a shielding zone, another is called as a de-shielding zone, and in this particular case the proton of acetylene are fall in the shielding zone, and that's why the chemical shift value is found to be 2.5. And why this is so? This is due to the anisotropic effect. Anisotropic effect means what? Unequal distribution of the electron density in a system like benzylic, allylic, aromatic, acetylenic, and that's why this type of the ambiguities are anomalous behavior, we can say here, found to be profound in such systems. Now let us see here the proton which is attached to carbon-carbon double bond. The value is found to be 5.5. Again de-shielded, the reason is the same which I have explained just now. Now suppose this is a proton which is attached to the AR means aromatic moiety, then the value of that aromatic proton are found to be 7.3, which is very important as far as the exam point of view is concerned. Most of the time in multiple choice question you are going to face this year, even though next year also. So remember, these are the favorite question of the paper setter. The aromatic proton are found to be, so remember 7.3, around 7.3, that is clearly indicate that presence of aromatic proton. Now let us see one more H C double bond O. This is aldehydic proton, and as we know that aldehydic proton are found to be very de-shielded, and the value, chemical shift value is found to be 10 ppm or around 9 to 10 ppm. So that is the indication of the presence of aldehydic proton. And the last one, let us see over here. Suppose this is a proton, you know that this is acidic proton, and acidic proton further the again long range 9 to 10 or 9 to 12, you can remember here 9 to 12 ppm. This is the chemical shift value are found to be for acidic. This is the table which you can learn only general specifically. These chart which will help you in solving the problem which we are going to discuss in our next lecture. I think this is a enough explanation or the justification why these particular protons giving the particular chemical shift, approximate chemical shift values. And tomorrow we are going to learn some of the problem we are going to solve based on using the chart. We are going to predict approximate values of the corresponding protons. Once you know these chart, it is very easy to predict the approximate chemical shift values of that specific group. I hope you maybe understood these values, and tomorrow I hope you will solve the problem along with me. Let us wrap up the today's lecture, and tomorrow we will see we will solve the problem. Thank you. Have a nice day.